Lots of things were going through my mind. You know, I hope I don't mess up on the song, or I hope I don't mess up on a dance move, or I hope that they like it. I said, don't worry, that everybody messes up on something. And, you know, they'll do it over and over again. I'm like, no, these people are professionals. They won't want to do it all over again just because of me. So as soon as I got there to set, I realized that they do it over and over again.
I was in my family, and I was an extra in one of the scenes. And so I met the director, Greg Nava. He went out there and he wanted me to go for a reading. So I went for the reading, and I went, this was like a Sunday. I got the script on Monday, and I went for the audition on Tuesday, and I got the part the following Monday.
I guess it's when we're first introduced to the instruments where we don't really want to play, but then later on it gets to the point where we love it and we just like being a band, and that's, I guess, the most important to me.
The most important thing, I think, in one of the scenes we had to perform and nobody liked it. So I think that shows kids and people that it's okay, that you have to keep on trying, that there's going to be bad things, there's going to be good things, that you have to keep on working for what you want, and that you shouldn't give up.
When, you know, she has to learn Spanish and sing, and when her family's having a very rough time, it was important to everybody that, you know, everything went well, and that they could just stay on their feet. And that was hard for them, but, you know, everybody didn't think that she'd ever go through that. So, but she actually did go through rough times like everybody else.
I think that the most important challenge we faced in this movie was how to get the word out, the logistical problem of getting the word out to Selena's fans so that they would know that we needed them and wanted them on 11 different concert sequences that we've done. And although we didn't know, you know, whether or not anybody would show up, we just had faith.
The extras casting department had the difficult task of organizing the 50,000 or so Selena fans who showed up to appear as extras throughout the making of the movie. Among the jobs in preparing the extras was that of clothing them and putting them through hair and makeup. Utilizing extra hairdressers and makeup artists, it was almost like an assembly line in order to get as many extras as were necessary for the scenes. The period scenes depicting the 50s and 60s were particularly interesting to coordinate.
Hire hairdressers that have done it. The hairdressers from that old beauty school that, you know, did our mom's hair. And they just know the styles. They don't even need the research, which is great.
Also, the extras soon learned that there was a lot of hurry up and wait involved in making a movie.
I want everybody to come back after lunch. The first thing up we're going to do is shot you guys. So if you want to be in the movie, come back after lunch. We need you desperately to finish off the scene. So please stick. Come back after lunch. We're going to be doing more Bitty Bitty Bon Bons with another outfit. Then we're going to be going on to football on the board. Thank you all very much for all your cooperation. Great job.
Despite the waiting, when the time came, they were more than ready to do what they do best.
We need the help of the people of San Antonio. And one of the things that we're going to be doing on September 15th, we're going to be shooting a concert here in the Alamo Dome. And we need to fill this stadium. We need 60,000 people to come here and fill this stadium and cheer and clap and get involved just as if it were a real concert from Selena.
I got up really early that morning, and when I was outside, I saw people lined up. And it was really early in the morning, it was sort of drizzling, and I saw people lined up all the way around the Alamo Dome. And, you know, it was probably 10 hours before we were going to start playing.
We started talking to the Alamo Dome, I'd say maybe 3 months in advance of the shooting date. And the biggest wild card was the fact that it wasn't a paid admission, and we had no idea who was going to show. The house capacity is 64,000, and we had to go ahead and prepare to handle a crowd of 64,000 invited or open to the public guests. And the logistical support for that is enormous. Police, security, fire, catering, bathrooms, all that is huge.
One of the things that was extremely difficult about this is because of the sheer size of it and all that, we had to recreate, you know, like the signs that they had, get a stage that was like the stage that they had, which was a revolving stage, place dirt on the floor. All of these things were extremely expensive to do.
It was a challenge to figure out how to do the Alamo Dome, and we were there filming for 3 days. The first day really for us was more of a dress rehearsal just to figure out how to film it. And I don't think that we're going to use a whole lot of film that we shot that first day, even though we shot a lot of film. But the next 2 days when we had the big audiences, oh, that was special. We knew how to shoot it. The audience was there. It was glorious. You know, you could feel the emotion from the audience, you know, just the very first time that Jennifer got up there and started dancing. I'll never forget that moment.
I've done musical theater and I've had to sing and dance before, but never like this, like the girl up in the front doing every single song, you know? So in that way it was different.
Movie producers and directors agreed from the very beginning that using real and actual locations to shoot the film would be vital to its success. In San Antonio, the original boutique that Selena opened is being used for the scene showing the grand opening of the shop. Director Greg Nava wanted to make sure of the authenticity of the film by using actual locations. He knew that true blue Selena fans would detect the difference, so real locations were used as much as possible.
There he is again. Say, cut!
Greg Nava, director of photography Ed Lockman, and the second assistant director tried to find an easier way to block a scene in which the Steadicam moves into the shot of the opening of the boutique, while a news photographer and reporter cross through the frame.
Then we have enough time to get live.
In the final cut of the movie, this scene comes across as effortless, but a lot of time and energy was spent to make it look that way.
That's good.